How's it going, YouTube? It's Panda time. In this video we have Imperial going up against Lilith. So Lilith is still pretty strong. It's one of those decks that doesn't really need to change from format to format. At this point, like, they have what they need, and you know, under the hands of a good player, I feel like Lilith is still a force to reckon with, and maybe something we'll see more of in the future. So both players open up a rookie, which is nice. Analog Boy, still such a key card for Lilith, right? Giving you the pieces you need, filling up your trash, and then enabling memory later on that can't be blocked by the memory stoppers. Gonna then go into a Labramon, so he's doing a good job of cycling, getting the sword out of there. Interesting. Now I feel like when the Imperial deck opens the EXB, it's such a difference, right? You can like start going aggressive right away. Goes into a Chimeramon just to clear the lava. And then hard drop in a scatter mode. Okay, Chimeramon, you know, he's just blue and white, but good enough. Sometimes you have to just Digimon into your Jogger's Digimon regularly. He goes into the Dragon. And actually takes the Beamon. So for one, we see somebody do the proper play, right? You have to summon a blue and a green, so he doesn't have a green, so he can only get the blue. And he takes the Beamon for the search. I like that. We also see a Deathclaw force to clear the Beamon, get the cycle, discards the regular Icemon. Pretty good. I will say, like, I'm so glad that Icemon is at 1, but if anything, it kind of turns into this like hidden potential situation where, like, now whenever they have it, I kind of get salty because I'm like, bro, I know that's your only one Icemon, or like your only hidden potential, your only Icemon, right? Like, when you know your opponent only has one of card in the deck and they have it against you, especially very early in the game, it could be annoying. Yeah, let's just say that. Okay, gonna go out with another Beamon. Goes into the fighter mode. That's a great answer to the Cerberus. Don't have to deal with that. Gets to swing, restand, swing again, jack rate to pass turn, but honestly that's not that bad. Because like, he has 2 security left and 1 memory to work with. Like, sure, the trash might be filled up, but there's nothing else to work with aside from this Gassimon. So I think that this is for sure how the Imperial will win this matchup. Going very aggressive. You know, again, having the EXB for the guaranteed swing is nice. The Chimeramon was good enough. And then the fighter mode there was such a good answer to the Cerberus. That would have been like the one thing that let Lilith like get something started. Gonna jack rate, promote, go into a scatter mode. I don't know how much more he could do though, and it didn't even die to security. Goes into a dog, but I mean 2 checks, 3 attacks on your side. I think you swing with the Beamon first just so that you play around Deathclaw basically. Just fighter, swing, restand. Was there not a Deathclaw there? I'm pretty sure that was a Deathclaw, right? But I guess they were like, yeah, no, that's game. Alright, interesting. Now we're going into game 2. Gonna be starting off with a promote in the back. And hard dropping the Beamon. I feel like the Imperial deck has such insane card draw and search. You do need like a little bit to get it going, right? Like in the Stigmon draw, hard dropping the Beamons. And like when you have to do this type of plays, you give your opponent a bit of time to set up, right? But kind of like the Jesmon deck, like sometimes you just open what you need and then it feels almost, you know, unbeatable basically. But such is life. Beamon swinging. Thinking about swinging with the other Beamon? No, I'm gonna go into the Electromon. Oh, he's gonna swing with it. Hits into an analog. The Altart, nice. Picks up a Lobmon. I do like the Lobmon. The Altart is super cute. I think it's a good card. I think that he was underappreciated in BT7. You can just play a Mimi to pass. I think the Mimi is also very interesting. Like, in theory, it puts in work. But I don't know. I mean, Davis just does so much for that deck. Creepymon coming out. So I mean, there is, I guess, a new addition to the Lilith deck. I want to say that the Creepymon is only played as a one-off, and in a case like this, like here, you can see why it would be good, I guess, right? Gonna use the armor purse to save the Beamon. But yeah, Creepymon was good there, right? Rush mode. And now I guess continue to punch over the Beamons. Get the draw on this card, get the trash going. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna punch one and then use the Lady Deviant Herald to clear the other one. Pretty good. Solid board clear. Another analog. And like now he's actually pretty set up, right? There's the Lilith. Yeah, I think taking the Lilith is probably okay. Could even just end the turn by going into the Lilith. I guess debating whether the scatter mode is more crucial. But no, I think yeah, like this is good enough. Imperial has no board. Now you have 2 level 6s, you have Lilith, and you take your 2 Jack Raid back. We double analog boy, like from this position I feel like he's definitely set up for success. Yeah, definitely has still 10 cards in trash. I guess the Mimi does enable the Mega Death as well, which is a good answer to the Lilith, but it's also going to be the entire turn for the Imperial player, right? All he can really do is set up a rookie and has to start from scratch again. I think Mega Death is a crazy strong card. I feel like it should not be 5 memory, it should be way more than that. But it's supposed to be balanced by the fact that it's a dual color option. But then like all your Digimon are blue and green, then it's not really a drawback, right? Creepermoon also forces your opponent to mill. Hits into something. Was that a hit potential? Lobmon swinging. I mean, at this point, I guess just try and go into another Lilith, right? Like, Imperial is still super behind. At this point... Okay, Sword. Good enough, right? Can summon a dog, and then... anything else, really. Guess to promote, or at least thinking about it. I don't know if he has both the Ginkaku and the Kinkaku, but I guess it's good enough, right? Plus now we know, again, we know he has the Lilith. Okay, so if you're the Imperial player, like how do you win the game from this position? Swinging, I guess. That's a start, right? But I don't know, I feel like he's so far from a jogger situation. The Mimi's not gonna be doing anything. Anything you play is gonna get wiped out by the sword effect, so it's actually really tough. I don't see how he would be able to win this game, but I've seen crazier things. Let's see what Imperial can do. Okay, get a search. We see he plays Paladin mode, which is interesting because you know a lot of lists don't these days. You just like get more searches, but I think it's too little, too late, right? I think the sword still has the Lady Debbie inheritable too, so like those B-Mons are gonna get cooked instantly. And at this point, it might just be game for Lilith anyway, right? Yes, at the very least. Yeah, so it goes to Jack Ray, get the memory, pop 1 B-Mon, sword can swing. Discard the Icemon. Everything just swing, right? Nothing on the board, even if he doesn't have a game this turn, I feel like it's good enough, right? I mean, we know he has the Lilith too. He has the memory to go into it. Yep, there it is. Lilith, take back the Jack Raid. Just at this point, it just feels like they have infinite memory, right? Yep, pretty much infinite memory. Goes into another sword, and yeah, that's a wrap. Didn't even let him finish. So I think that was good. I like when we have those type of games because like you see both sides, like how each deck would win, right? Like Imperial going crazy, going very aggressive, and then the other one where like he doesn't quite have the line right away. Lilith gets a little bit of time. That early creeper one actually was good, and then the late game potential of the Lilith is just way too powerful, having essentially infinite memory. Okay, so he does still play Davis. You know, the Mimi might just be a one-off. Pretty good opener. Rookie plus Davis. Again, the analog youth putting in so much work. Gonna digivolve into a dog. It's the rush dog though, so not ideal, but you make it work. The B-Mon's always putting in work. Again, going very aggro. But like when you play against Imperial, like you know, B-Mon swinging once or twice is not that scary. What's really scary is the Jogger's power plays, right? So I feel like the earlier you do the Jogger is like the scarier it is, of course, right? Was that just a pass? That's a yikes. Swinging at security? Oh yeah, he gets the pop from the B1 anyway. Dog is 9k, likely to survive. Like being 8k, like it's a lot of 8ks in the meta, right? So many level 5s that are 8ks right now. So being 9,000 actually a huge deal. Gives you a huge chance of survival. Okay, gonna go into a scatter mode. And once again, yeah, we have to rebuild from scratch. Still feels like Imperial is far, far away from a Jogris. Might just, you know, be missing the pieces, so getting the search definitely is going to help. He does have Davis, and there's no memory tamer on the other side, like Lilith usually never has one. XB in the back, yeah, see, like, this is much better, right? Because now you have XB, you'll be at 3, you can be swinging, hard drop the Stingmon, go into the Peldramon, and then be good to go, right? So knowing that this is going to potentially happen, what is the line of play for Lilith? I mean, surely scatter mode's gonna be swinging and just seeing what happens, right? I'm gonna go into analog first and get the dog, trash the rest. Yeah, make sure you kill the Beamon. Oh, he's into a Mega Death. Okay, I like that. So he suspends the scatter mode and then bounces the other one. Sometimes people forget that like these are two separate effects, right? Like if a Digimon is suspended, you could suspend something else, which is, you know, another reason why Mega Death is such a powerful card. So he goes into the dog, but except that like the dog gets destroyed by Peldramon. Not even gonna risk hitting into a Jack Rate. I think this is the safe play and is the correct play. Yeah, like now the dog doesn't get the effect, you don't get the analog use or anything. Peldramon can just do its thing, swing with Jammin'. There's nothing on the Lilith side. You could try and memory choke him, put him to like maybe 2, just playing a rookie. Or go into the dragon and then just spit out 2 bodies to potentially ensure game next turn, right? So I think the Mega Deaths were so insane this set. And you can see why, you know, the Peldramon is such a crazy strong Digimon. Hard drop in the Rush Dog is definitely less than ideal. It's already 3 bodies on the board. Fighter mode, that's gonna be a wrap. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Thanks for watching.